So Andrew, we've been doing this podcast now for what, a year and a half?
I think, I mean, year and a half. Yeah, I think so. I think so.
Um, because I
Inaugural
was,
guest Sean Combs. Yeah.
that's right. Boy, that episode did not age well. Um,
I don't know. I thought his
but I
fun. I
was,
thought his Chinese accent was funny.
wow, that was the least problematic part of it. But no, I was, and as our editor slash engineer, you do a wonderful job of making clips for like YouTube.
I have
So there's
never gone
there's
weeks or
video,
months without
right,
doing it.
without doing that.
No.
But I was, in a moment of nostalgia, I was looking back at some of the videos when we started the podcast, um, and what really stood out to me, I mean, aside from our growth, as comedians, podcasters, making insightful comments,
Yeah.
uh, you know, is
How
the
much
fact
thinner
that,
I
like,
got? How much thinner I got? Did that strike you?
right, it did, yeah, how buff, but what particularly and most importantly stood out to me is Jesus fucking Christ. Look at my hairline. My hairline is like receding in real time.
I mean, I think it was. I mean, Jason, that was happening from the day we met. I think.
I don't know. But now I'm like really starting to notice it.
Oh, it also could depend on your angle. Like my hairline looks really good on this camera, but my
Hmm.
hairline doesn't look great on like a narrow like TikTok cam. So I think it all depends, you know? And at the end of the
Oh, I
day,
agree.
Jason, like
Yeah.
advice like Rogaine does work.
Hmm.
Try it. My older brother is using Hims. I don't know if I'm allowed to
Hmm.
say that. He's using Hims and it's not for his erections. It's not for his
Right.
erections. I looked
Or his
at it.
depression.
I
Yeah.
looked at it because if my older brother needs the erections Hims, I got to preempt that. I
Exactly.
mean, if he needs the
Yeah.
balding Sims, I also got to worry about it. But,
Right.
I'm more worried about
Well,
my penis because don't you have to take your erection
sure.
pills, Jason? You take erection pills, right?
Yeah. 7, 8 times a day.
Yeah. No, good. You got to take those like 30 minutes before sex, right?
I believe so. Yeah. So you kind of really have to plan it out.
You know what's weird? So I go to the bodega a lot. I get sandwiches.
Uh
I
huh.
get vapes.
Vapes.
I get
Sure.
groceries. So I got a bodega with a decent grocery selection, actually, and it's not like super overpriced.
Hmm. Zin.
Um,
You still
what?
getting the Zin? You still getting the what are they Zin
I've
packets?
switched to the nicotine vapes, Jason.
Oh man,
I'm gonna be the
that's how they
thinnest
get
guy
you.
in an iron lung.
That's right.
But
But bodega,
what
please.
I was saying is, at the bodega behind the counter, they have like their like dubious over the counter like
Uh-huh.
erection stuff that comes in pouches, and there's multiple
Right.
brands. How do you
Right.
know which brand works for you? How do you decide if you're a Samurai X or a Rhino Charge man? I know
Right.
Samurai X is one of them because Samurai X is a really cool name. So if
It
I
is a
didn't
cool
know
name.
what it was, and I didn't know like it's probably just gonna like make my heart beat at 190 beats a minute or whatever, I would be like, give me
Right.
some Samurai X. I got to do it to fight some ninja later
Uh-huh.
and uphold the feudal code.
That's right. No, it sounds like something from like a dystopian cyberpunk future. You gotta get your Samurai X, because you're a net runner,
Maybe that's what it does. Maybe it makes your penis
console
katana
cowboy.
sharp.
Maybe I can't really see the much of a benefit to that, to be honest with
I
you.
mean,
Um,
listen. This is
like,
maybe a bit conspiratorial, but I think now that free speech is back in this country,
okay.
I can say this one.
Oh, I'm looking forward to this.
I think the vaccine
Uh huh.
during the pandemic
Mm-hmm.
notice how it has ick in the name.
I
Why do you
did.
think that is? Like it because it's icky.
Right.
Because it's a bunch of icky
That's
people
yep.
lying.
That's right.
Notice that it also has pan in the name.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Why do you think it has that in the name, Jason? Why do you think it has that in the name? Why do you think it has pan in the name?
Because a pan cooks things, and we're all
Yes, and they
since the
did what to it? They did what to it, Jason? Jason, now you're connecting the dots. Now you're connecting the goddamn dots. It's not just scattered. Maybe it's a sailboat that I'm drawing metaphorically. What did they do with this thing?
uh, uh, now I'm a little lost.
They cooked it up.
You cooked it up. They cooked up.
I didn't cook it up. I didn't cook it up.
Well,
I didn't cook it up. They cooked it up. But
they did.
that brings us to the next point. Why do you think dem? So we've established ick, we've established pan. Why do you think
pan
dem is in the name? Why do you think dem is in the name?
Well, I imagine it probably has something to do with
Jason, you fucking drooling. Sorry, I don't mean to get worked up. Maybe I'm getting a little worked up. Let me know if this is hostile work environment stuff. You drooling, inbred, simpleton, fool, Appalachian John Goodman motherfucker.
I've heard a little.
John Goodman's beloved entertainment icon.
Oh no, I'm saying that the Appalachian. I'm from the opposite side of the state of Ohio.
Well, I'm from one of the states that matters.
So I'm not Appalachian.
I'm big Appalachian because I live in New York. See, that's called good comedy. That's clean comedy. Those are the types of jokes I would make if I was a clean comic.
That was good. I do want to appreciate, though. I was, joking about my receding hairline. I was kind of setting you up because you give me shit about being old. But you took it totally. You were very supportive.
Yeah, no, I don't think you're balding. But can I get to my real point, Jason? So we established.
I'm sorry.
We established that it was a pan ick because it was
dem ick.
An ick that was cooked up by dem. Who's dem? Guys with sharp penises.
Oh.
Why, Jason? Why do you think guys with sharp penises would stage a fake pandemic? I want you to put on your thinking caps if those are still legal in Idaho or wherever the fuck.
Well, Colorado, but
one of the states where the people are just like do, you know?
Right.
See, that's the type of joke I would make if I was an edgy clean comic, because I didn't use any cuss words, but it was offensive to anybody from a state that ends in the letter O.
Right. What the? Hang on.
But it was also pretty clever because I live on a coast, so I make smart jokes.
No, that was a very good joke. You really got me. You really zinged me.
I got you. I got your ass. So anyway, it seems like you were looking something up. Were you looking up the answer to my question, or could I answer it for you?
Please answer it.
The reason why these sharp penised men staged this pandemic, why the sharp penis men panned up this ick, is that then you got to get what? What you got to get? You got a vaccine. What do you do to get a vaccine? They give you a shot. 1 in 10,000 women is going to develop a sharp fetish from that.
I see. So it's a psyop, so that people will be attracted to sharp
penises. Yeah, and then so guys like us got to take samurai axe to kind of make our cocks katana sharp.
Right, as opposed to the mace that they are now.
My penis is very blunt. I have a very blunt penis.
Yeah. I think that's
honestly, you wouldn't know a penis could be not sharp enough until you looked at mine. I'll tell you that much right now. It's like
keep going. You opened this door. You gotta walk through it.
I have something coming. I just can't get it out.
Oh,
it's like a Swiss roll.
Oh, and that's the kind of fourth grade humor you can expect
Fourth
from
graders
this.
don't know what a Swiss roll is. Fourth graders fall for ding dong, but ding dong's a trap because that's a sandwich. No one had. Well, no, that's a devil dog. That's a sandwich cookie. Ding dong is
Yeah.
a roll, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know, there's a lot more Hostess products than you would think. I don't know who's buying some of these things. There are multiple types of donuts.
Uh-huh. Well, since excuse me. Well, they went out of business, right? Like what, 5-10 years ago,
That's
Hostess
what they
did,
want you to think.
and they got bought by another company. I want to say out of like Mexico,
Sure, if
and
that's what they want you to think, and if that's what you want to think, then that's that's fine. But
yeah, since then, yes, there is a staggering variety of individually wrapped Hostess treats available at the corner market.
I'm gonna say this company out of Mexico bought Hostess. This is
Uh-huh.
something that's relevant to the show, and then I'll introduce us. Chupacabra bought Hostess. And now
That
there's more
actually,
staggering variety. Why do you think that is, Jason? Why do you think that is? I want you to explain to our listeners. This is a very easy one for you. I feel like I'm giving you a real low-handed underball,
uh-huh,
just like my gym teachers used to give me.
uh-huh. The underball. Yep,
The
that's what we
underball,
call
yeah,
it. Yeah.
just like they gave you in Catholic school, I'm sure.
Mhm.
So anyway, answer me this: why did the Chupacabra buy it? It's not a joke. It's not a riddle. It's a basic question. Putting on our journalism caps here
Um, well, it's a
to hide
Hansel
your
and
for
Gretel.
your balding fucking hairline. Put on your journalism cap so we don't have to see your unsightly Quasimodo like scalp.
Right. Oh, it's awful. It's a Hansel and Gretel situation. They can attract their victims with sweet Hostess
See,
treats.
that's where Jason. What's a nice way to put this?
I'm sure you can think of it.
Hmm. You're so stupid that if I sent you back in time to try to stop 9/11,
Mm-hmm.
you would have hijacked 2 more planes and found 3 more landmarks to fly them into. You would have flown it into Big Ben and then tried to divert
Mm-hmm.
it when crashing to be like, no, it was an accident, I'm a hero, and then crashed it right into the Coliseum.
Wow, I would have really overshot Big Ben then
No, I know it would have been a miracle.
by like
That's what I think of your idiocy.
1,000 miles. Yeah,
Yeah.
not
But
not
anyway,
not that.
the real because Chupacabra doesn't eat people.
Right, it's goats.
It eats goats. If
Right, the
we're
goats.
eating multiple varieties of donuts, strawberry Twinkies,
Mm-hmm.
coconut snowballs,
Mm-hmm.
maple syrup devil dogs,
Mm-hmm.
yakisoba ho hos,
Right.
um,
Matcha
big
ding dongs.
munch
Yeah.
of ding dongs.
Uh-huh.
What's another Hostess product? We're on a roll here.
Peanut
Uh,
butter, peanut butter Hoosits.
Peanut butter Hoosits and fentanyl Whatsits.
Uh-huh.
If we're eating all that, you know what we're not really in the mood for?
Uh, what's that?
Goat.
Oh shit, you're right.
More goat for them.
For the chupacabras. Yeah.
It's called a diagonal monopoly.
Oh, yeah.
You flood the market with things that spoil your the competitor, the product you want's audience's appetite for their product, and then you get
Okay.
that product. Tick,
Okay.
tack, toe, Biden.
Okay. No, that actually makes a lot of
But
sense.
you know what? We're not here. We should be here to do this all day because I could do this all day. Name another company. I'll
Mhm.
tell you something about it, and then we'll start the show.
Okay. Bird's eye.
Bird's Eye. Bird's Eye makes what?
Are they
Vegetables?
still around? Yeah. I believe, yeah, frozen vegetables.
They make frozen How do they grow the vegetables in the freezer? Answer me that. How are you going to grow
Oh, I don't
vegetables in
know.
the freezer?
That's a great
How are you going
question.
to grow
Yeah.
vegetables in the freezer, Jason? Answer me that. It's already.
Well, I assume they do it in like the Arctic Circle. They have farms up on the Arctic, so they grow pre-frozen.
Dude, it's fucking polar bear meat.
Oh, the vegetables are?
Yeah, dude. Dude, I hate to tell you, dude. It's
Oh,
polar
wow.
bear meat because you can't grow vegetables up there. But we're not here to talk about Bird's Eye harvesting polar bear meat and pretending it's succotash.
Yeah. That is my least favorite. Give me a broccoli floret. You can
What
keep
is
the
succotash? I don't think
succotash.
I've ever had succotash.
It's
It
corn and
sounds like
lima
it's a tasty
beans.
name. What is it?
Corn and lima beans.
Corn and lima beans. It doesn't sound bad.
Oh, I can't do lima beans.
You can't do lima
Never could.
beans?
Never could.
Why
Never
not?
never. I
What's your
don't know.
problem with lima
I
beans?
just don't
Let's
like them.
unpack it.
Uh, hmm. Well, they're kind of too big. They're like a little big and sort of flat.
Mm-hmm.
So that's weird.
That's what you told me you think about Eastern
But
Europeans too, right?
that's right.
Like I
Yeah.
remember we were talking about it and you were like basketball's an American sport.
Right. Yeah. uh, and yeah. So they're too big, too flat, and they taste like ass.
Well, I like eating ass, so that's the difference.
There
Anyway,
you go.
thanks so
Something
much for
generational.
tuning in. This is Underworld News Tonight, where we bring you the weird, the wacky, and the wild news of the week. I'm Andrew Michaels, man of the people. By now, by the time you're listening to this, the gig that I'm recording in the time I'm saying that I'm doing at the time I'm recording this tomorrow night has happened. I either did really well or I didn't. So we'll see what happens. Thanks for going or not going. But we're not here to talk about me because Jason, I make a lot of jokes and
You do.
jests at your offense at your expense
Some
just
japes.
because you're balding, aging, foul smelling,
Well,
and intellectually and
that.
spiritually deficient.
Okay, well that sort of hurts, but
so like, and I make jokes about those things, and maybe I shouldn't, reinforce them, and maybe I should, But at the end of the day, I want to tell people something very real about you, which is this: as everybody knows, recently I went through one of the hardest times in my life a few months ago, and I remember at my lowest, you calling me and saying, "Andrew, I really think Bill Cosby's innocent. I've looked over the facts. I've looked over the case. I think he didn't do it, and I think to me, he's still America's dad."
I remember that conversation.
Yeah. He's out of prison. We could get him on the show.
Anyone who's willing to wear those colorful sweaters on national TV, they can't be that bad, right?
I thought something that I'm actually not going to say.
No, actually, yeah, I'm not comfortable taking this highway because, as I understand it, it was like his entire life he was pretty scummy about you know, his sexual faults.
Well, listen.
Right?
Is he a monster because he's still alive?
Yeah.
I guess he probably doesn't have the appetites anymore.
Couldn't say.
So is he a monster? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that Fat Albert is kind of clean because that's the animated universe Bill Cosby. And presumably the animated cartoon Bill Cosby, I don't think rape exists in the Fat Albert universe.
Well, I would hope not. It's a children's show.
Well, right, but I mean, things happen behind the scenes in every children's show, right? Like, in some of them, I think they're like, okay, let me think of an example.
Yeah.
Scooby-Doo is the 70s.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There is, if nothing else, a lot of statutory rape in the background of Scooby-Doo.
Well, actually, now that we're talking about it, I don't think we even need to dig that deep because, like the what you call them, Looney Tunes, Bugs Bunny, that fucking the skunk, Pepe Le Pew, like the entire gag was him trying to
Yeah,
sexually assault a cat. So
that's true, but that was the 30s.
yeah, and people, it was more commonly accepted to sexually assault cats.
Dude, I don't know. People really
in the-
loved that picture of the guy forcibly kissing a woman after World War II until like last year, dude.
Well, yeah, but World War II, that wasn't the 30s. That was
I know, but that was
like,
the 40s.
40s.
Yes, I'm aware. The environment that led to World War II started in the 30s and even the 20s. If you we don't need to go into this. We don't need to go into this. We're not here to talk about that.
It was
the point is,
arguably.
I think that obviously
a
Pepe Le Pew
continuation
rapes.
of World War One.
Pepe Le Pew rapes. There are rapes in the background of Scooby-Doo. I think that in the episodes of, between episodes of Scooby-Doo, I think Fred probably rapes between episodes.
Yeah. I don't know.
think so.
Yeah, he does. He gives off kind of a creepy vibe. I'll give
He's
you
a
that.
white Cosby.
Yeah, he's not. He's not someone I want to be like stuck in an elevator with or have to have a conversation with. Mm-hmm. That stupid. What do you call it? The neckerchief. What the fuck's up with that? What has those ever?
It's
been
called an ascot. It's called an ascot.
Is it an ascot?
Yeah, it's an ascot.
Have those ever been in? Like,
I think it looks like something a slave owner would wear.
Right. It's like it just feels like it communicates a certain kind of asshole.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Podcasting. This is podcasting at its purest. We haven't prepared at all. I have an important gig tomorrow, and work was kind of annoying, so we haven't prepared at all. We have stories.
Yeah, we have some stories here. Yeah.
I'll tell you a story. I'll tell you a story, Jason.
Is it about sexual assault?
There are no sexual assaults in this story.
Okay, because my appetite for that's kind of waning at the moment. Okay. Hearing stories about it, yeah.
This is actually, you're going to be really happy with this story then. The other day, I was at Dunkin' Donuts, right? Dunkin' Donuts. Do you know that? It's a restaurant. It's a chain of restaurants, actually. It has an orange and pinkish purple sign. They serve coffee, both drip coffee and espresso drinks and iced coffee. They serve donuts and pastries along with breakfast sandwiches and some scrambles. I don't know. Are you familiar with the restaurant before we proceed?
I've heard of it.
Okay, great.
I believe now, don't they go by Dunkin' though? They drop the donuts.
I have a Dunkin' Donuts hat that they forcibly gave me there outside during the New York Marathon when I wasn't even in the Dunkin' Donuts. But I couldn't say.
Okay.
That's not the point. It's not the point.
Sorry.
I was at Dunkin' Donuts. Mm-hmm. I got a strawberry frosted donut. Got a cup of coffee. And I looked around and I thought, wow, no sexual assaults. And I went back to my apartment.
Yeah.
So I wanted to do that story as a little palate cleanser before we proceed.
I appreciate that.
Because I know we were in some sensitive subject matter. So I wanted to tell a story. I'm like, what's a story I can think of that happened to me recently today? Nobody got raped.
That was maybe a
had a pretty uneventful day. So.
Mm-hmm. No, that's great. All right. Our first story today. This comes to us from ABC 10.
ABC 10. I hate when I hear It's one of. Does it feel off to you when, like, because we all grew up with, like, I grew up with ABC 7, and then when I hear ABC 10, I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Right. Yeah. No, that's always that is since you brought it up. Anytime I travel, it's always weird to, like, in the evening you're in your hotel room and you flip on the TV and like it's
Yeah,
like a
when you're
whole
trying to
different
get to the
suite of
adult entertainment menu. Yeah, I know.
right, right. And it's this whole different uh menagerie of newscasters. You're like, who the fuck are these people? I'm used to, like where's Kyle Clark? Where's Tim Hendricks doing the weather? Like,
You
I
know
don't know
what?
who these
You know
clowns
what I
are.
do whenever I go to a hotel room? I do go to
Hmm.
that adult entertainment menu. Right before I
Hmm.
leave, I order a porno that's good for women, one that's good for the ladies, one that's tasteful, in case
Okay.
there's a horny abuelita cleaning my room after I leave. I leave a nice tip,
My
and I leave a
God.
video with some tasteful tip.
Oh my God.
And I do put on Spanish subtitles.
Okay.
What's the
Oh,
problem with that, Jason? What's wrong with what I just said? Is that wrong? It would be racist to not put on the subtitles. It's the second
yeah.
most commonly spoken language in the
No,
US.
no, you're right. You're right. You're absolutely right.
And you don't have to be
Anywho,
Mexican to be a
yeah.
horny abuelita. I've always considered you my horny abuelita.
Hmm. Fair enough. Fair enough. Anyway, this is by
You're the real
Jeremiah
racist.
Martinez. Well, that's right. ABC 10, Jeremiah Martinez.
All right.
This should be an uplifting story here because again, we're not a political podcast. We
We're
don't
not a
we
political.
don't
I've
we don't
never.
talk about it. We're have no interest.
You know what? You know
Um,
what? I'm going to say something, though. I'm going to say something. I'm
mhm.
going to say something that might get us in trouble.
Well, I mean, we crossed that bridge a long time ago,
I'm
but
going to say some. What did I say today that might get us in trouble? Name
I'm
one
not
thing.
gonna. I'm not going back.
It's yeah, because you have dementia, so you can't even remember what I said that might get
Hmm.
us in trouble. But I'm gonna
Hmm.
say something. I'm gonna say
Hmm.
something, and again, it can cancel me. You can cancel me if you
Sure.
want to.
Hmm.
That Rutherford B. Hayes guy,
Hmm.
not my president.
That's that's a bold stance.
He's not my president.
Bold stance. Yeah.
I'll be dead in
What
the
is it?
ground.
Hmm. What is it you don't like about Rutherford B. Hayes?
I
What of
don't.
his which of his policies?
I don't like his policy, honestly.
Hmm.
It's like it was like during COVID, I was like, where the fuck is he? And then I find out he's been dead for over 100 years. And I'm
So
like,
he couldn't provide his famous leadership to get
right.
us
So I'm
through
just like,
difficult time.
how are you, like, I feel like if you're going to do that, you can't do that and be president.
Dead.
Yeah, unless you're Joe Biden. Oh, see, we got him again. We just got
Oh,
him, dude. We just fucking got him again, dude.
I'm inclined to like Rutherford B. Hayes now, but knowing nothing about him. Uh, so if he's like, did something horrible, you know, I apologize. I'm not looking at Wikipedia. Uh, I like that his name's Rutherford. You don't meet any Rutherfords anymore, do you?
Let me look up how common is the first name and see how many
As, as,
Rutherfords there are
as
now.
Rutherford, yeah.
People
That's a
alive
fun
named
name.
Rutherford.
Hmm. Thanks for
There are
narrating your history.
158. There are 158 Rutherfords in the United
Okay,
States,
okay,
which is 0.05 Rutherfords per 100,000 Americans.
okay.
Um, Given name is first name, right?
Hmm.
All right. Yeah, it's almost entirely used as a last name now.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm sure that's yeah.
Yeah.
But no, Rutherford. It's fun to say.
Yeah,
Anyway, um,
we're not
we
even
we
here to
don't.
talk about
Right.
This
We
isn't the
don't
Rutherford cast.
we don't have those great statesmen like Rutherford B. Hayes anymore, or even a
No,
Calvin Coolidge. You know,
we don't have a
so
Calvin Coolidge.
we got to make do with
I
with
wish,
what we have.
dude, I wish we had a Calvin Coolidge
A silent
today.
Cal.
That type, but we
Yeah,
don't have enough people with alliterated names. That's the
that's
real.
right.
What's the
That
last
is.
guy? When's the last president with an alliterated name? Say it off the
Oh
top of your
man,
head right now. Don't even try to count back. You could say it off the top of your head. You could do it. Don't even listen to me
Ronald
talking.
Reagan. Ronald Reagan.
Oh shit, you actually did it. I couldn't do that, dude. I was trying to really distract you because I was like, shit, I can't do that. Well, he actually sucked. He actually did suck as well.
He was bad. But anyway, you know, with everything going on in politics today, the chaos, division, I wanted
Wait,
to
I don't follow the
highlight.
news. What's going on?
Um, I, th- I think maybe the president is bad.
President? Who's that?
Yeah,
That's
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk. Okay.
Yeah, I think he's bad. But here's some politicians, you know, stepping up, getting shit done.
Okay.
And I want to this first story here spotlights that. So here we are, 30 minutes into the podcast, just starting a first story.
Well, we scratched the first like 2 minutes.
Okay. Well, yeah.
So we're only 30 minutes in. You said we're 30 minutes in. We're only 30 minutes in.
That's right. Headline: Bigfoot could become California's official state mythical creature under proposed law.
That's cool. Again, I don't really follow the news. California recently. They're like they just burned down, right?
That surprisingly, I think was over a month ago.
Right, but that's still, you know,
it's still recent. Yes,
I'm just saying, like, it wasn't like it wasn't like that's like if like on October 30th, 2001, New York was like, "Hey, time to vote on a new citywide favorite pie."
Right. Yeah. No, the timing seems a little off. California, USA, a California lawmaker is proposing to make Bigfoot the state's official mythical creature. On February 14th, Assemblyman Chris Rogers.
So I'm a little pissed, but go on.
Assemblyman Chris Rogers, D. Santa Rosa, introduced Assembly Bill 666, which would designate the mystical creature as the official state cryptid. Mystical? That seems...
That's what I'm saying, Jason. That's they're insisting mythical.
Well, it says mythical, and then it says mystical.
Mystical.
And I mean, mythical may, like, arguably, but mystical, like, we're something of Bigfoot experts. I don't know what sort of mystical powers.
I think this writer is trying to compete with us on the musical front with some of this witty lyricism they're doing.
I think that's exactly it.
Because listen to this. You know, you're saying mystical, mythical. It's already becoming a song, right? Mystical, mythical. And then you sing what? You sing what over this, Jason? You just go mystical.
I'm the official cryptid of California.
But Jason, this is the point. They're using this to insist Bigfoot isn't real.
Yes. Right. The very next sentence: a cryptid is a creature that people believe to be real, but has not been proven to exist. So it's
not been proven.
Yeah.
As if we haven't seen countless examples of guys
like
who had
videos.
11 beers saying they saw somebody threw a trash can at them, and their buddy Dave was too high on PCP to do it.
Exactly. Yeah. Quote, existing law establishes the state flag and the state's emblems, including, amongst other things, the golden poppy as the official state flower and the California redwood as the official state tree, the proposed bill reads.
Well, I
The
like that. I
bill,
do like the state flower. I guess you say for any state in America is just one you can make opiates out of.
I know, I know, I caught that too. Quote, this bill would state the intent of the legislature to enact legislation that would designate Bigfoot as the official state cryptid. I don't. Okay, so state flowers, right? That's pretty common. Yeah, I
State
think every
flowers.
state at this
Every
point.
state has a state flower. They make you memorize that shit in middle school.
Yeah.
You don't need to know like for your own. I didn't
No,
need to
it
know. I
never
don't even
comes up.
remember what was like what the fucking what was the state bird of New Jersey? It was a shitty bird. It was all shitty. It's all shitty ones. You find out your state
Right.
everything, and the experience is always like, oh, that one sucks. That one sucks. Yeah. That one sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember any of that shit. Well, Ohio, I know the Buckeye tree is their tree. Colorado, it's the columbine is the flower, and I remember that for obvious reasons.
Wow.
But
wait, what's the obvious reason to remember the state flower of Colorado? Just because you live there? I live in New York. I don't know the state flower.
Because it's very pretty. It's a
Is
very
that
pretty
actually
blue
it?
flower. No,
Why?
that's not why. I can't tell if you're being serious.
No, I don't know why. Is it a hallucinogenic flower or something?
No, that's not what. There was maybe a tragic event associated.
Wait, did you say Columbine?
With the Columbine? Yeah,
I thought you said Colin Line, and I was like, that sounds
no.
kind of like Columbine. I'm not going to make a Columbine joke on the same episode I made a Cosby joke.
Yeah, that'd be too much.
That's a serious misunderstanding. I might get a Fogel joke in later.
Yeah, well,
but that's know
we can only hope.
That's more the well, I need a palate cleanser after that misunderstanding.
Sure.
So I might.
Yeah.
So just keep going. I'll work it in naturally.
Yeah. Looking forward to it. But I don't know. I don't know of any like states that have official cryptids.
Let me see.
But, well, you look it up and think about it, and I'm going to continue with the article here.
Yeah, let me see.
Over the years, Bigfoot or
probably going to edit that Columbine thing out. Actually,
yeah,
that was bad.
Yeah.
Oh, state cryptids according to the Cryptid Wiki. Okay. New Jersey has the Jersey Devil.
Well, sure,
South Carolina has the Lizard Man.
Huh.
Utah has the Bear. You guys have the Moth. Oh, I know if they're official.
Okay. I have the what?
I don't. You have the Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's Ohio has the Loveland Frogman.
That's right.
I think the Jersey Devil is probably the state cryptid.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
All right. No,
I don't fucking know. What do you want from me, Jason? What do you want from me at the end of the day? I come in here. Mm-hmm. And I do my goddamn best, Jason. And I'll tell you something. I have the fucking precinct up my ass. I have the fucking precinct up my ass. I've got the mayor up my urethra. I've got the fucking press in my belly button. I've got the fucking... I've got my fucking ex-wife licking my toes. I've got my fucking other ex-wife licking the toes on my other feet. I've got the child support office sticking their tongues in my earlobe very wetly and doing a gentle swirling motion. And then I have the fucking alimony office doing the same thing in the other earlobe. I have my girlfriend gently nibbling on my left eyeball, my ex-girlfriend gently nibbling on my other eyeball. And on top of all of it, I've got the IRS sitting on my face, just begging me for analingus. But guess what? I can't give the IRS analingus because I have the draft office. They suspect me of dodging in Vietnam. They're biting my tongue, gently nibbling on it seductively.
This is, wait, the draft? I mean, comfortably certain you didn't serve in Vietnam.
That's what their issue is.
That's why they're after you. Okay. Yeah.
Thanks for giving me that easy toss. I appreciate it. I caught that. I knew you were giving me an easy one there.
Yeah. What are friends for? I set them up and you knock them down.
Exactly. Every single time.
That's right.
We're like
Well,
Ozzy and Drix.
that's right. Over the years, Bigfoot or Sasquatch, debatable, has allegedly been spotted roaming in the Humboldt County redwood forests or other communities in Northern California.
Mm-hmm.
Jamestown, Santa Cruz County, and Willow Creek are other Northern California areas where Bigfoot is often the talk of the town, according to
Talk of the
previous
town is
ABC 10
doing a lot of
reports.
heavy lifting. It depends on the size of the town, I suppose.
Well, like Willow Creek, California.
Willow
I
Creek,
I I,
California. Let me see
I
how
don't
many
have
people
a
are in Willow Creek,
I,
California.
I don't have a hard time believing that Bigfoot is probably a major
Willow Creek,
topic of
California.
conversation
All right, I
there.
know Willow Creek, California is small because the first sentence is Willow Creek is a census designated place. Also, it
Right.
used to be called China Flat. Yeah, and the first picture
Willow Creek's a
on the
little better.
Wikipedia page is the Bigfoot Museum.
No, see, told you.
Population was 1710 at the 2010 census, down from 1743 at the 2000 census.
Oh man, yeah, that's rough.
Man, it looks beautiful.
Northern
Honestly,
California is really pretty. Like,
yeah.
I really do. I could live there. I could see myself
Honestly,
there.
yeah. What if instead
Hmm.
of doing this podcast, we moved there? Maybe this is
Hmm.
crazy. Let me know if this is crazy. I'll edit it out. What if instead
Hmm.
of doing this podcast, we moved there? We opened up like a t-shirt shop / bed and breakfast, right?
Oh yeah,
At first it's a business partnership, and it's a bit harder than running a podcast because it's our bread and butter. But eventually we figure it out.
sure.
We start kind of a little booming vacation community around us. And more and more
Mm.
often we find ourselves giving each other little glances while we're working at the shop, that sort of a thing.
Sure, that's
I'm
right.
thinking like I'm shy around him, because he's young, he's hot, he's fit, and I've got this receding hairline and beard gut
Right, and I'm old and
down,
gross.
and the
Yeah,
erectile
yeah.
dysfunction and the
Uh-huh.
swamp butt.
Smell like cheese for some
Yeah,
reason.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that sort of a thing. My
Uh-huh.
blood is 83% pizza grease, that sort of a thing. But
Uh-huh.
eventually, I say I don't care about those things, so I'm not superficial. We work it out.
And right.
We eventually, we have
You,
a small rural wedding. We
mhm.
make sweet
Just friends and
love.
family.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
make sweet love
Nothing
every
big.
day. We still
Yeah.
successfully run the restaurant. I'm mostly
Mhm.
the top. Sometimes I power bottom.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
that's just mostly so you can eat greasy foods. And at the end of the
Yeah.
day, are we
Mhm.
rich? Are we famous? No, but it's a humble, meaningful living. And at the end of the
Right.
day,
We're
it's like
happy.
Herman
Yeah.
Hesse says in Siddhartha, really what you got to know in life is you got to know how to think, you got to know how to wait, and you got to know how to fast, right?
Yeah. I was thinking the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that crazy? Should I
A
edit that
little.
out?
No. I thought it was while you were talking, I was imagining I'm in the kitchen brewing coffee for the
Yeah.
guests.
It's
And
early in
you
the morning. You just have on an extra
That's
long
right.
t-shirt.
That's right. And you come in having chopped firewood and
Mm-hmm.
you go to grab coffee and like our hands brush together.
Yeah.
Oh man. I don't know. You're not really my type.
Yeah, I know.
Not,
You only like amputees.
whoa. I only like sharp dicks. I'm sorry. Oh man. National Sasquatch Awareness Day falls in October on the anniversary of the first time Bigfoot was allegedly caught on film. On October 20th, 1967, two people reportedly recorded footage of an unidentified subject, now known as Bigfoot, in Northern California. The footage is known as the Patterson-Gimlin Bigfoot film. If Bigfoot becomes California's official cryptid,
Can I
it would
give some
join
advice, by
countless.
the way, that isn't useful for me but might be useful for other people? You know how some people like jerking off in public and they want to get caught doing it, but they don't actually want to go to jail and deal with the consequences?
Not personally, I don't know, but like, I don't
If
know. I'm
you live
sure
in rural
people exist.
California, right?
Mm-hmm.
You wear a Bigfoot costume.
Mm-hmm.
You go to a campsite, you do it. You'll get filmed, but nobody knows
Mm-hmm.
what your real arms are doing because you got your fake arms kind of, and they're like, this
Flopping
Bigfoot's got
around.
a broken arm. Yeah.
I don't know. That's an interesting theory.
Something's
Well,
wrong with this Bigfoot. It's rustling weird. It's got that inner
right.
rustle.
um. What was that? All right? If Bigfoot becomes California's official cryptid, it would join countless other state symbols, including the iconic grizzly bear that appears on the state flag.
Yeah. We all know what a grizzly bear is. We all know
Yeah.
the iconic grizzly bear that appears. It's like, if you don't know what a grizzly bear is, let me know if this is a good description for, because I know we're big in Algeria and they don't have those there.
No, they don't.
How would you describe I think I'll describe a grizzly bear to someone who hasn't seen one before. All right.
Please.
It's like, what's that you know, the fucking thing? The fucking, you know, the fucking, what's the fucking thing called? The fucking thing. What's the fucking thing, Jason? What's the fucking thing called? The fucking thing. The fucking, you know, what's the fucking thing? No, not, and the fucking thing, Jason. The fucking thing. What's the fucking thing called? Come on, the fucking thing.
An astrolabe.
No. The fucking thing, not that. You know what I'm talking about. The fucking thing. It's like hairy and shit.
Grain elevator.
No. It's like hairy and shit. It's like hairy and shit. It's alive.
A chinchilla.
The Kia hamster. Yeah, the Kia hamsters. It's like the Kia hamsters, but it's bigger.
What the hell's a Kia
And it doesn't
hamster?
like cars.
Oh, the Kia, the car. Okay.
Yeah, you know the car, the Kia. They're hamsters.
Right.
People don't talk about those. They didn't sell enough cars and they fucking euthanized them.
Man, that's awful. That's a good pull, though.
One of them survived only to get killed by ISIS when they came to power in Syria, dude.
Yeah, Syria, huh?
Yeah, they came to power in a region in Syria, Jason. It's like you don't even follow the complex geopolitics
of the Kia hamsters.
The Levant. And Kia, as it relates to the Kia hamsters.
The Kia hamsters.
Yeah.
Man, how long ago were those commercials? 20 years? 15? It was a long time ago.
Years, Jason.
They'd be in there bopping to like.
Imagine it's 2006. Let's go. Let's flash back to 2006. Just take our audience back because we've wasted enough time. I came in very high right before this episode. Full disclosure to our audience. As a joke, I picked up my weed vape and my nicotine vape, and I said to Jason, let me be a walrus, and then I took a massive hit of both, and then I said, this is disgusting, and then I said, I think that when you do those both, it makes vape fentanyl, and this is going to be a weird episode. I don't know. I'm going to hate editing it.
Proving it right. Yeah.
But anyway, let's take him back to 2006, Jason.
Okay. What, Bush was president?
Never made it as a wise man.
That's
Couldn't
right.
cut it as a poor man still learn. No. Hello. Hey, I'm. Is that you here at this Hot Topic / Quiznos / brick and mortar store?
Yeah. No. Yep. Mm-hmm. I'm just here. I'm just here to swing by the orders.
Yeah, I couldn't help but notice you here with your striking hairline and your svelte body, your perky breasts. What's your name, you handsome devil?
Was this what you were doing in 2006? Picking up guys at the?
Well, we're taking it back. Just roll with it, Jason. Just roll with it. We're setting up a scenario.
Oh, okay. No, I'm just here to get an orange Julius, and my name's Jason. What's the 2006?
That's cool. My name's Tex Thundercock, but
wow,
my friends just call me Tex Thundercock.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's because it's a cool ass name, right? So I usually, I was just here going to Quiznos. Thought I'd stop by for some books. Subway just got this new mascot, and he's pretty radical. But
you did
personally,
it.
I
You
like
did
my
it, as
toasted subs
promised.
from Quiznos.
Yeah, they are better.
Speaking of which, we're gonna. I'm actually gonna make up some false pedophile rumors about the Subway mascot to benefit my favorite restaurant. I think they'll take seed in 9-10 years. About yeah. So it's really hedging my bets right away. Do you want to come with?
Yeah.
After that, maybe we'll play my new favorite game, Halo 3.
Yeah. First, I need to. I want to swing by Hot Topic and get a Nickelback T-shirt.
That's cool. I was just gonna go on MySpace. Actually, I'm gonna call my girlfriend. I could do that on my phone because I have 11 minutes. Just one more thing, Jason.
Yeah.
I'm 11 years old. You're under arrest.
Oh, fun son of a bitch! What is? Wait. Where are the Kia hamsters and all this?
Oh yeah, by the then while you're in prison, they turn on the TV and the Kia hamster commercial plays. Oh no, I just realized I wanted to work at a Jared Fogle joke because we said in a part that I probably edited out where I misheard you about the state Flower of Colorado that I would make a Jared Fogle joke.
Nope, you did it. You did it. Good for you.
Some might say I wasted the audience's time and yours and mine, and we've only done one story an hour into the podcast.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna do. We'll do some advice, and that's probably it.
Let's do it. Yeah, this is the weirdest episode ever. No stories, just vibes.
That's right. A lot of homoerotic content today too. You must be high.
Usually when I'm high, I do drugs to wanna fuck you less.
Is that even possible?
Because usually the problem is I have to edit the episodes and I'll edit them in video and my hands get like really sticky and then I'm stuck to my keyboard and I have to go get some food and I can't because my hands are stuck to my keyboard and I get up and I'm kind of like walking around like this with my keyboard on my hands.
And it's like hilarious.
It's hilarious, but it's also really sad that I've been like jerking it off to you that much that it affects my life.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm comfortable with this anymore.
Well, neither am I. My hands hurt, Jason.
Understandable.
The muscles hurt. They're set stiff. And the skin hurts. It's raw. It's been peeled off many times.
You're not the first person that's told me this. Yeah. I'm not surprised. I have that effect on people.
It's how my dick got so blunt.
Yeah. You need that vaccine.
Frictioned it down.
Yeah. Whew, boy. All right. This comes, again, Reddit r/paranormal encounters from Hanu World.
All right.
Title, I live with what I think are people from the fourth dimension.
Nice.
First, I live out in the countryside in Hawaii, in a place well known historically for a lot of spiritual/paranormal activity. This feels like a humble brag.
Yeah, I live out in the countryside in Hawaii. Well, honestly, there is a lot of poverty in Hawaii, and everything is insanely expensive there.
No, there is, and it's
very. I think it's actually really insensitive of you to make jokes about the socioeconomic plight of Hawaiians, and because of that, I'm no longer sexually attracted to you.
Oh no!
Even though your bottom is really taut.
That's somehow I'll muddle through without you.
I'll muddle you.
Oh wow! I can't help but notice. As soon as this administration guts OSHA and the National Labor Relations Board and all these worker protections, now all of a sudden it's this sexual harassment bullshit.
I'm sorry, was I paying you under Biden?
Literally just
Jason, were you
a week
being
later.
paid under Biden that any of this would apply?
We made some money.
Made some money selling merch.
Right.
Are we reporting that we didn't make any money, IRS?
Well, the IRS is gone. You don't have to worry about them.
That's true. No, yeah, I don't know about that. They'll always get their money.
My story begins about 5 years ago.
Here's a good joke. Wait, I'm just gonna say a really good joke. This is gonna be the best joke you've ever heard. It's so worth interrupting the story. Hold on, I'm gonna drink some water before I say it.
Okay, well, that would be a refreshing change for this episode.
All right, here we go.
Uh-huh.
What IRS stands for?
Mm.
All right, you ready for it?
I am. I'm sitting down.
IRS stands for. I'm sorry, are your jeans zipped?
Yeah.
You might want to unzip them because that tight little cock is gonna shoot right out after I say this joke.
Okay. All right.
All right. IRS stands for I really suck. See, that's the difference between me and other comedians, Jason. That's the difference between me and other comedians.
Yeah.
I go there.
You did. You went there.
I go there and I crossed the line.
You did. You went there. You bought the T-shirt.
Now, what else is in the news?
Okay.
This guy's advice. He's in Hawaii and there are ghosts.
Yeah. My story begins about 5 years ago when I felt something walking around on my bed while I was sleeping. I assumed it was my roommate's little dog, reached over to pet him, but there was nothing there. I freaked out, thinking maybe it was a large rat, and turned the light on. Nothing there. I lay back down, but left the light on. Immediately, I felt the footsteps again, on my mattress right next to me. The unmistakable feeling as the mattress was depressed next to my legs. But the light was on, and there was clearly nothing there. I thought I might be losing my mind and just tried to ignore it. Then it happened again a few nights later. Then it started happening every night. I was really beginning to question my mental health. Then one day, my roommate mentioned to me how there were footsteps on his bed at night. I was floored. This continued almost nightly for the next 3 years until I moved into a little cottage I built further back on the property. Then things got interesting.
You know what? Don't move into the cottage. Wait him out. Did he move into the cottage because of this? I don't respect that.
I don't think because of it. Well, if you were in a shared space with a roommate and you had the option of having your own little cottage, I would jump at the cottage, have my own space.
I push the roommate to the cottage.
I was sitting in my office chair in front of the computer late one night and was nodding off when I noticed movement out of the corner of my eye. I turned to look, but there was nothing there. I looked back at the screen, and the movement was there again. I kept looking at the screen, but was now totally focused on the movement. I shifted my gaze, little by little, toward the movement until it disappeared.
This is some good storytelling. We don't normally get this from the Reddit post.
I know. Yeah.
Normally the Reddit posts are like, I was jumping on my grandma's bed.
Right. There's an elf at work. Should I talk to him?
I love that one, actually.
I do too. At a certain point, I could see forms out of the corner of my eye. I started experimenting. Now, 2 years later, this is what I have found. We're getting to this is one of the longer ones, but we're almost there.
We're getting there.
We're getting there. I seem to share space with people from the fourth dimension, an alternate reality, the future. I don't really know, but I can see them clearly, what they're wearing, what color their hair is, the fact that their dog is dirty and overweight. And they can see me too.
All right. First off, maybe if their dog is dirty and overweight and they live in your apartment, you're part of the problem.
Well, they're from the fourth dimension or alternate reality or the future.
Right, but they're also in your apartment.
All three.
In your apartment, though, right? Like, get low-calorie dog treats.
Does that make it your responsibility to feed them?
It depends. Maybe you're leaving out food and shit. Maybe you're leaving out food and shit. Also, you live in a
Could
shed.
be.
You
Could
live
be.
in a shed in rural Hawaii. I'm sure, like, it's not the cleanest dogs around. I don't know.
Well, it said
You're making
cottage,
some
but
weird judgments about the fourth dimension based on. I don't like the way he said that. That's all.
all right. Well, let's see if
Let's keep going. Let's keep
they
going.
make
But
it
I've
any clearer.
soured on this commentator.
They will come and stand right next to my chair and watch YouTube videos on my computer. I could smell the girl's perfume, feel their hands on the back of my chair, and the dog will run up and sniff my hand, and I can feel a tickle of their little whiskers. My living room seems to share a space with the backyard of a fourplex or a line of small row houses or apartments. There are 4 distinct doors that different people come out of. The kids play on and around me and my chair, but as they have gotten older, they've begun pranking me, which is super annoying and causing me to lose sleep. And these people are fast. They can move like lightning when they want to. I can't touch them, but they can sure touch me. One of the boys is climbing around on the back of my chair even as I type this. Does
Can
anyone
you
have
tell him
any
to
idea?
stop?
Does anyone have any idea what's going on? There's nothing special about me, so I'm certain I'm not the only person that ever experienced this. Is there a way to stop it? There seems to be a thin spot in between dimensions in my living room. Any legal or excuse me, any help or advice would be appreciated. By the way, BTW, this phenomena is constant and can be experienced by others. Just sit in my chair or lay in my bed for 45 seconds or so, and you'll feel the same thing. Thanks for reading.
You're welcome.
All right.
Well, I guess Jason, you should say you're welcome. I didn't read shit.
You're welcome, Hanu World. All
And
right,
thank
man.
you
This
for
is
saying you're welcome.
well. Thank
It
you
means a
for
lot to
thanking
him,
me.
which means a lot to me, and then I thanked you,
No,
which means a lot to you, and I think that means a lot to him that I thanked you for thanking him, and that means a lot to me.
I think so.
All right.
You're welcome. A lot here.
Yeah. So first, I do think he's like, what do I do? What do I do? If they can see your YouTube videos, you can tell them to stop. You could make a YouTube
Yeah,
video called "Why It's Super Annoying to Prank People from Other Dimensions" and just play it,
right. Oh, that's true.
and just be
That's a good
like, "Don't
idea,
prank
actually.
me when I'm trying to sleep or taking a
I don't.
dump."
Has that? Okay.
By the way,
Has that?
first off, can you not jerk off or fuck in your? I guess well, he's not fucking, but can you not jerk off in your place because there's a bunch of kids around,
I was wondering. Yeah, like this.
interdimensional kids?
He says something about anyone else can experience this, but I don't know. I get the sense that like there's not a lot of people coming to visit. Um,
I guess if I'm a
no,
parent in the fourth dimension and there's a place where somebody in the third dimension is jerking off, like jerks off, I'd be like, kids don't go there. Maybe this guy's a eunuch.
I do have some questions. Like,
Yeah, what's it like being a eunuch? It's my first question.
um, I kind of a pet peeve of mine is when people talk about other dimensions, like they're from the fourth dimension. Like, what does that even mean?
What does that mean? It means they're from like
Like,
they're from another dimension, Jason. What are you talking about?
well, I know, like colloquially, what's colloquial? God damn it! I know what people think they mean, but like dimensions are like height, width, depth. Yeah, like
Zesty,
right, ranch,
barbecue.
right, density. Um, so like alternate reality, I can understand, but like fourth dimension, that I think that's meaningless. Um, I don't know. But yeah, like the idea that their a living room is like thin. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I
I
would have
wonder.
built my cottage somewhere else.
Well, they like it, and it started
In his other place, yeah.
right, but on the same property. I wonder if since this is Hawaii, which it is. I wonder if these entities like this they're on vacation.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Like maybe this is some sort of
No,
like
but he said that he's seen the entities get older.
Oh. No, you're right. So like they
People
live
live
there.
in again. This is
Oh
that
no.
is so offensive, Jason. You're
Making
discounting.
right,
You
making
just think that
assumptions
you can
about.
totally be unsensitive to other cultures just because you have a pretty face and a tight little body.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
You just think you can turn
Mhm,
around, do a quick little twirl for everybody and shimmy,
mhm.
and they'll forgive
That's
your
right.
blatant racism.
Right. Whoops.
And I
I
will.
dropped my keys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I will. And I will. Um and like am I going to have you send me 3 videos of you sitting on ice cream cakes after we record this episode? Probably. You know.
I wondered why you asked me for those. I assume it had something to do with the
Yeah, did
podcast,
you get
but
that Fudgy the Whale?
I thought I did. Thank you.
Yeah, that
I
it's
s-
important. It's important that one of them
I
is a Fudgy the Whale every time because I
I
pretend you're
I
sitting on a whale's face and the whale is me.
that's
So I asked you to
okay.
print out that picture of me and put it on the Fudgy the Whale.
I did smear them on my nipples and gut.
Yeah, actually, hold on. What's easier is
As you
don't use the
asked, it
picture
was
of me
kind
I
of
sent.
weird, but
Let me just. I'm gonna freeze frame this and we'll just use this.
this is a weird episode, dude.
Dude, I think
I'm
honestly, dude, I have an important
rethinking
gig
a lot of
tomorrow and I'm
things.
just
I
all over
know
the place.
that's yeah.
This might be our best or worst episode. We'll see.
Yeah. But man, we got to get to the bottom of this guy,
Yeah, we
though.
do gotta get to the bottom of
I mean,
this.
I need this guy's story.
Yeah, all right. No
Uh,
more sexual harassment of
please.
either of us. I won't
I'm
sexually
sorry.
harass you, and you'll stop sexually harassing me.
I'm doing it in the
And we're
chat,
not going to
so
say
there's
who
not much.
started it. We're not going to say who started it or who did it more.
Right.
We're just going to both agree to stop.
Who pushed the line? Sure.
Who pushed the line? Who crossed the line and who
That's
pushed
right.
the line? We're not going to say who did it.
Right. To your point about like making a YouTube video, and they spelled YouTube, by the way, YOOTUB, which I actually like a lot.
I like that. YouTube.
I would, right. Oh yeah, YouTube. Yeah. I've kind of heard that.
YouTube is the website that's all videos of guys named
YouTube.
you taking baths.
Yeah. Okay.
Is that a good joke?
Uh,
Hey, Jason, you know what IRS stands for? It stands for I really suck.
Oh man, walked right into that one.
Did you hear that one?
But to your point about like, well, you just make YouTube videos saying, "Hey, quit picking on me." As someone who, to be honest, I was bullied when I was younger.
And on this podcast.
And ongoing, yes. And I'm going to go out on a limb and say you've felt a little bit
Why would you say I was
bullied
bullied
at
as a
some
kid? Why
point
would
in
you
your
think that?
life.
Just because I look like all 3 of the guys from Superbad as one guy?
Yes, that's exactly why I say that. Yeah. Telling the bully, "Hey, can you leave me alone, please?" doesn't really ever seem to work.
No, what
So
you
I don't know if the YouTube video, "Hey guys, leave me alone," I don't know if that would discourage whatever sort of extra dimensional pranksters are attracted to this cottage.
Yeah, no, what you do is you say to the bully, "Hey, it's funny to me that your dad's an alcoholic."
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like it's funny to me that like the way that I'm afraid of you is how you're afraid of the Dos Equis man.
Oh, man. Who's afraid of the Dos Equis man? That guy's cool as shit.
You know, it's a different voice. Like the model and the voice are different guys.
Are they?
Yeah. It's just a little fun fact.
That. Oh. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm wondering if maybe he should get like a carbon monoxide detector
That might be it. Yeah.
or check or see if there's like some mold.
I wish that my paranoid
Toxic mold.
hallucinations had a consistent narrative arc.
I know. Mine are just all over the place.
I know, dude. It's a fucking problem. It's you know,
Yeah.
some people are meant for comedy, some people are meant for long form dramatic writing. I've had to accept I'm not a great novelist based on the inconsistencies of my panic attacks.
Right. You can come up with little bite-sized nuggets, but
yeah, little small ones. Yeah,
larger narrative. Yeah, that's just beyond me.
yeah, man, my dog does not like this episode. I gotta tell you,
Well, we
Lentil
should
cool it.
probably
Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up in a
wrap it
minute.
up. Yeah, I don't know. So what we're telling this guy is, yeah, get a radon checked or
Yeah, and
something, buddy. I think
if
there's
that doesn't work, then make a YouTube video saying, "Hey kids, don't prank guys from other dimensions."
right. Mm-hmm.
And yeah, just be like it's not woke. It's not woke to do. Or if you
Mm-hmm.
think they're anti woke, be like it's
It's too
woke.
woke.
It's too woke. Bullying
That's
guys
right.
from other dimensions is too woke
Mm-hmm.
because
Right.
they could be racist. They could be
That's
more
right.
racist than you. And
Yeah.
that isn't the right type of mean to be. So Jason, what did we learn today? We got to wrap this up. What did we learn today? How would you define this episode on a scale of 1 to 10? How would you say this is?
On a scale of 1 to 10, that's a solid 3.
3
4
being the
moments of
best?
4. Yeah, 3 being the best, 4 being the worst, 7 being okay.
Uh-huh. So the metric system.
Being it doesn't exist anymore. That's right. The metric system.
Listen, guys. Like I said, I've been stressed out. I have an important gig tomorrow night. As such, didn't spend a lot of time paying attention to this episode. Maybe smoked a bunch of weed before. Maybe spent half the episode sexually harassing Jason.
Maybe.
And by half, I mean 2/3.
No way to know.
2/3, maybe 2/3. But
yep.
You know what I will say is I'm stressed out, so it's okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Is it?
Yes.
Does that make it okay?
Yes, as a high-power profile entertainer on the in Manhattan, well, in Brooklyn, who is performing in Manhattan tomorrow. You know, under a lot of pressure.
That's right. Blame it on the Ambien.
I've got Lorne Michaels not knowing I exist. I've got Stephen Colbert not knowing I exist.
Mm-hmm.
I've got Jimmy Kimmel not knowing I exist. I've got Jimmy Fallon not knowing I exist. I got Tina Fey not knowing I exist.
Jimmy Fallon kind of sucks though, so it's probably just as well.
I'd take any opportunity though. You know, I'm like, Jimmy Fallon sucks. Jimmy Fallon sucks. They were like, you want to write for Jimmy Fallon? I'd be like, yes, sir.
Yes, please. Right.
Yes, sir.
No.
I just wish James Corden was available.
Yeah. It's a shame he retired. He was such a great guy.
He was such a great entertainer. I like how he broke the mold of other comedians by you know how when you watch other comedy shows, they're like funny.
Right. And
he challenged
he really subverted expectations.
He subverted some would say like I did today.
Funny. That's right. Yeah. I think it had a very I would compare it to maybe kind of sort of like Conan O'Brien. The sort of like maybe a little like obnoxious / pestery. But
he is actually one of my comedy role models. So I would.
No, I agree. Yeah, no, I yeah.
So that's actually an honor. Yeah. If any Conan O'Brien or like Norm Macdonald comparison for me is like an honor. So you know.
Oh, Norm Macdonald. No, that's a good one too. I don't see him doing the same thing. Conan O'Brien, maybe.
Yeah, no, Norm Macdonald. He's too good.
He's a lot more dry.
Yeah, whenever I get higher than this, I just watch Norm Macdonald videos and try to absorb his secrets. It doesn't work. Some would say I should just not do that and write better jokes.
Yeah.
But what do they know? Anyway, you can follow me, Andrew Michaels Comedy, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Blue Sky. Yes, on X as well. I do sometimes post there still. Jason, you can follow Jason V Strong. Where can they find you?
Instagram, TikTok,
and Blue Sky. Mm-hmm. You can find him there. And you can find us.
And follow me on YouTube. But it's YOOTUB. YOOTUB. You can find us, Underworld News Tonight, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, wherever you're listening or watching right now. I think that's it.
What else do we have to say, Jason? We should close on some wisdom.
Right. Yeah, we need a palate cleanser after this
Great episode.
nonsense of an episode. Yeah. I guess we can all maybe take a cue from Bigfoot and how to be living our lives in this maybe uncertain, chaotic time, um, where we just hide in the woods and throw trash cans, scare the shit out of people. Um, I think that's about the best we can hope for at the moment.
I think that's actually very good advice. I'm
Yeah,
gonna go do that now. I'm gonna go to
me
Staten
too.
Island and throw some trash cans. So I guess it's my family coming full circle.
That's yep.